Trescothick, cameras all good, yes? Excellent, go ahead please.
Marcus, where's the balance of power line in this game after 2 days?
It's pretty evenly poised, I would guess, at the moment. Plenty of wickets, obviously, in the course of today, but the game is moving forward pretty quickly. And who knows what tomorrow will bring? I think you'll see, the pitch probably continue to be lively and more sea movement as the day goes on. And who knows? Whoever bowls well or whoever bats well from this sort of period, I think will come out on top. But I think it's evenly matched at the moment.
What was your assessment of having a batted? Obviously, the openers a bit out of blocks, but then you can peg back in that middle session.
Yeah, we're trying to work out why. Is it the heavy roll or is it the new ball that sort of skids on when it's at a good time to bat? You can see Jaiswal's come out tonight and played positively, and we'll see as it goes on. But I thought we played really nicely. I thought that opening partnership was great to watch. Obviously, the entertainment of it was superb. Very different in terms of the traditional style of Test cricket, but the Indian bowlers fought back quite nicely and had good momentum. And we weren't able to really then carry on and sort of dominate in the fashion that we wanted to, because we were just not getting partnerships together and we kept losing wickets, so it was quite tricky at that point.
When you see 3 catches go down like we just had, is that a frustrating mini session?
Oh, it's always, you're always frustrated when you miss opportunities, of course. We pride ourselves on being very good in those sort of areas, so just didn't happen. We all know how important they are and we all know how tough catches can be, especially in the slips. So disappointed, but it is what it is.
And just a word for Chris Wokes, he's out of this game, sounds like he's facing a decent period on the sidelines.
Potentially, yeah. I think I don't know at this stage. I think more scans will be needed, more specialist opinions. As with all these major sort of injuries, as what potentially what it might be is like, who knows what how it lies ahead. But specialists will work that out and they'll plan accordingly.
We'll go Paul and Matt, please.
Marcus, there was a little bit of bad feeling out there again today. Can I ask you about a couple of the incidents? Firstly, we've rarely seen Joe as angry as that when Krishna said something to him. Do you know what was said there?
It was nothing that you wouldn't hear on a normal sort of game day or anything like that. I think just Joe reacted potentially differently than what you've seen him before. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But it was nothing serious to worry about now.
And the other one was, it was quite unusual to see a bowler putting his arm around a batsman after dismissing him. I think the camera was panned to you, sort of jokingly saying you give him the elbow.
I was just saying that many in my time, a lot of players would have just dropped the elbow on him or something quite different. But of course, I don't think I've ever seen a bowler do that after getting someone out. You see him obviously have many words, and we've seen it within the series on both sides. But it was just different, wasn't it? And I was just laughing and joking about it. But not more else to say.
Do you think Ben did well to not react in any way in that situation?
Yeah, of course. I think, as again, we've already seen it in the series that Ben's, he doesn't really do a great deal, and I'm sure there'll be occasions in the future to come where he may well do. But this time around, it is what it is, isn't it? He, put your head down and walk off. Your job is done at that point, and probably no need to sort of walk him off in that fashion. But the game has been fought in good spirits, although there's been many words and arguments across the way. I think 2 teams are still getting on well enough and will continue to do so once the game is done.
Matt?
Mark, it's obviously been a long, tough series. Do you think that sort of played into the drop catches towards the end of the day, maybe concentration and just tiredness?
No, I don't think that'll be anything to do with it. I think that happens over the course of some days, some games. It's just the game as we see it.
Any more questions? Oh, yeah, go on, Mike, and then we'll go for him.
Look forward to this one.
You got a double 100 here 22 years ago. You did right, you will like it. The day when Thorpe made a comeback and got a tremendous 100 as well. Today's been a day for Thorpe. Lots of people wearing white Thorpe headbands, wearing one at first slip all day. He's obviously still held in very high regard in your dressing room, isn't he? And do you think he would have enjoyed his view from the celestial dressing upstairs at the entertainment served up today?
Oh, for sure. It's still deeply missed and massively highly regarded in our changing room by so many that he would have coached. Few of us that played with him. and many of the youngsters who would have watched him on TV. A sad day, of course it is, obviously, but still nice to look back on his amazing time, his amazing career, and see how much he's touched this club in Surrey and also England cricket itself. So hopefully it's been a nice day for the family and everybody that's sort of helped him or supported him along the way.
Coach, this side. Coach, of course, Ben Stokes was asked the same question a couple of days back about injury replacements. Do you align with the same idea that this conversation should stop, or in case of a clear-cut replacement injury like what happened to Chris Woakes or Shoaib Bashir in the Lord's Test or Rishabh Pant in Old Trafford, should there be a consideration that if in case of a fractured bone or a dislocation there should be a injury replacement?
That's a good question, and I know there's been lots of media around it, but I think we tinker too much with the game, and we've got so many opportunities in different areas. Test matches is test matches, and I think you don't really need to adjust too much. I think it's starting to grow. I like to think we're producing some good cricket around the world in every test playing nation. I don't think we should try and mess with it too much. The rules have been in place for many years, and they've done just fine in the past, so I wouldn't be changing anything at the moment.
Last one, please.
Coach, there has been some talks about the pitch in the previous games that it's more likely behaving like the subcontinent pitches. Could you please describe a bit more how you enjoyed this pitch being proper English conditions?
Well, there's more life in it for a start. There's more pace, there's more sea movement, and we're kind of at the extreme version of what we see in those type of pitches. But it's definitely kind of what we like. We want pace on the ball, we want the ball to bounce, and we want the ball to carry through. So when we're batting, we can be aggressive, we can attack, and we can put pressure back on bowlers. And when we're bowling, if we get opportunities and we catch the edge, hopefully it will carry through. This pitch has been challenging, there's no doubt about it, with the rain around yesterday and the way that the pitch was prepared to obviously be a little bit greener. I think it's been at the top end of what you'd want it to be, but nonetheless we're very happy at how it's performed so far.
Okay, cheers.
Thank you.